I'm out about and again in our Gylen Butte again, late this afternoon. It's a bit of a dreek one, I don't mind telling you. It's been raining all day. If the forecast's right, it's going to stop about now. Cheers. So I'm just waiting for the ferry to come. It's only a couple of minutes crossing. I can actually see the guys at the other side just walking down the slipway. That ferry's due over here in the next 10 minutes or so. And then we're going to spend a day and 2 nights over on the very, very murky and hidden, mysterious island of Kerrera. So landed now on the island of Kerrera in our Gylen Butte. And it's very murky, very dreek, as they say in these parts. But we'll get on here a little bit further and then I'll let you into my plan. First things first, how are you keeping? All good? Good. So the plan is, I have landed late afternoon and I'm going to walk around about half a mile, maybe a mile up here, and then find somewhere to pitch the tent for the night. There's not a lot of light left. And then tomorrow we're going to do a complete circuit of this small island. Now the island is around about 4 miles long and around about 1.5 miles across. So it's not far, and the circuit I'll be doing, I'm going to try taking a couple of its small hills, is around about 12 to 13 miles, so nothing too difficult, and with a bit of luck it should be clearer tomorrow and we can get some of the views that this island offers. At the moment there's no views whatsoever. I think Kerrera may have the best roads in Scotland, certainly the best road surfaces. They're fantastic. Do for my art. Still heading north, probably around about another, well, I wouldn't say 30 minutes of light, but we'll never know if the sun sets this evening. Such is the clag and the Scotch mist in this area. But we're heading now down towards what looks like certainly a marina or boatyard or something like that, so we'll have a look at that on the way, continuing north and towards camp. Certainly not going to be camping anywhere around here tonight. Have you heard that noise? So this is in commemoration of David Hutchison, and he greatly improved steam communication. 1883, and we are right at the northern point of this island, Kerrera. There's a nice little beach down there, which if I can get down to, that could be where we're going to pitch for tonight. Right, I've climbed up onto the top because the beach was very, very sloppy to get to. There were about 3 or 4 Highland cows down there and they'd really churned it up, so I've climbed up onto the top. There's a bit of wind, but I can cope with that. It's not cold tonight, which makes a change. and if I can manage to avoid some of this cow flap, we've got what it could be a decent pitch. And if it clears, then probably not for night, but tomorrow morning could be quite lovely. Right, I'm going to get this tent pitched, and then we can settle down and I'll try explain a little bit of what's going to happen tomorrow. Right, see you soon. All pitched up now and back in the Durst mid tonight, and it is delightful that it isn't raining, and it's delightful that my fingers aren't dropping off trying to pitch the thing up. So very comfortable tonight, but it's all dark now, there's nothing to see. Just about lost light as I was pitching it up, so I'm all comfortable now. I'm going to get something to eat now and then have a little bit something to drink, and then we'll pop back and then we can just have a little bit of chat about Kerrera and have a chat about tomorrow. Oh, I think there's ghosts up here as well. See you in a bit. Hi there, relaxing evening, just nice, and had a chat with Mrs. Boardman, who's back at home, relaxing in a lovely warm home. I've got a nice evening going on here as well. There's a little bit of wind kicking around, which is keeping the condensation down, and temperatures are very kind this evening, so it's been very comfortable, and just catching up with a couple of videos on YouTube as well. But I'm about done. It is just after 9 PM now, and the plan is to, well, hopefully get a good night's sleep, and then we're going to continue on our anti-clockwise walk around this beautiful little island. Fingers crossed we have wonderful views in the morning. The over to Oban has opened up now, and I can see the lights over the town, and I actually have got a time lapse going on the sky because it has started to open up. So if there's no mist around in the morning, we should be offered some lovely views from this fantastic little pitch. So other than that, I shall see you in the morning and leave you now to see this night sky roll over us. See you in the morning. Bye for the new. Good morning. How are you this morning? Good. 9 AM on the dot. I've been awake for about an hour, just over an hour. I was up about 6 this morning and popped out, and then came back in and had another sleep after what was an excellent night. Really good rest last night. Well, good news, it's starting to brighten up a bit now. We can actually get some views, which looks brilliant, doesn't it, down the island? And that's looking just up to where that monument was, where we passed last night. So you can see where I'm sort of pitched up on the top. Right, what we'll do is we'll just have a walk over onto the top of this short hill here, and we should, with a bit of luck, get some views of Oban. That's where we came in last night, and came through the farm, walked up the track and past the marina. We get great views of the marina here, and then out across to Oban. I'll zoom in so you can see a little bit better of the town, but a couple of ferries in, looking, it's murky but very beautiful, and then back up to the monument. Just after 10 o'clock now, and we're setting off as always. Absolutely leave no trace. So I'm going to head back down this hill that I climbed up last night and see if I can find the path. It's a bit lumpy and tussocky down here, so I'll put you away just to make sure I get down here safely. We'll see you back on the path. Hoping that there's a way across this little burn here. Good news, we're in luck. starting to get a little bit of height now, and you can see the landscape's beautiful, isn't it? You won't be able to pick it up in the distance, but that's where we camped last night, between these two hills here. And well, it's getting a little bit misty as we get elevation, but that's all right, isn't it? I think probably another 15-20 minutes walking, something like that, and then we start to drop down again and back towards the coast. Sneaked up on some sheep because I saw something strange in amongst them. I'm being watched by now. I think I've just seen the very, very rare Kerrera Chestnut Haggis. Have a look, tell me what you think. What do you think then? Do you think it was the chestnut haggis? I've got to get over the other side of the island to get a phone signal, see if I can Google it, see if it was. If it was, that's just unbelievable, isn't it? Crikey. Crossing over now, kind of from west to southeast-ish, so going across the island now and starting to see the sea and the southern tip of this island. It's trying to rain, which is a little bit disappointing, isn't it, because it's been perfect so far. Anyway, this is the southerly most tip of the island of Kerrera. I think it's important to acknowledge the sheep on this island. They're incredibly friendly. They're not spooked or nervous or anything. They actually do come up and have a right good nosy. They're very, very inquisitive sheep, and they've all got earrings, and I think that's lovely. Ah, the first sight of Gylen Castle, and what an absolutely magical setting that is. Fantastic. Absolutely stupendous place to build a castle. Fantastic views. It's modest in size, but like most modest things in size, it's a magical thing. So built in 1582 by the Clan MacDougall. So apparently a lot of this land here behind it all played part of it. So whilst the building is clearly the fortification, if you like, this whole peninsula and platform was all part of it. I don't know if we can get in. Should we go have a look? Run loops and pistol holes. I think whilst I'm in here I shall put my waterproofs on because the rain's on. I don't know where I'm going to camp. I was going to camp on the top of the highest hill on Kerrera, but it's just all fogged out and there's just no value. So it's still early, 2 o'clock, but I think I shall study my map and pick somewhere around here, I think, and then we can get the tent up. We'll have a cheeky little afternoon dad nap, and then relax and plan for the return journey to the ferry tomorrow. Righty ho. What we're not going to go up on that hill because it's just all Scotch mist. We'll walk back along the return route towards the ferry, and what I shall do there is try find a camp a little closer to it on the way back. Stop. No entry to random tourist. That'll be me. Follow the fence to get back on the road to the ferry. Looks like there's an old wreck down here on the beach. Not what kind of boat that once was. My plan now is to follow this track probably for about half a mile or so, and then I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for somewhere to camp, somewhere a little bit away from this track, and we can have a rest. I've got myself tucked up underneath this rock because there's a bit of wind kicking around tonight. I was going to actually pitch down upon this piece of grass here, but I'm not 100% certain how high tide is. So again, discretion the better part of valor. Just got it up here a little bit out of the water, but a good pitch. I'm tired, my feet are groaning and complaining, and I've just had a couple of snack bars to keep me going, but I'll be ready for my tea and a sleep, that is for certain. Only probably, don't know, mile and a half or something like that from the ferry, so I don't have to get up too early in the morning and have something to eat and a cup of coffee and all that kind of stuff, and far to walk before I can get on the ferry and I can make my way home. But it's a nice spot, it's a lovely place. I'd camp here if I had the confidence that the sea won't come up this far. I don't think it will, but you never know. Anyway, lovely evening. Hello, welcome back. Good evening to you. Just after 7:30, all fed and watered, and well, starting to feel a little tired if I'm honest. A brilliant trip, really enjoyed the island. I think I bumped into about 3 or 4 people all the way around. 2 I think were tourists similar to me, and 2 were residents, and everybody was very, very friendly, so all good. Can't recommend it highly enough, and a nice route, very, very doable. That's me done for the evening. I'm going to say good night to you now, and we'll pick this up in the morning. So I'm going to try catch the 20 past 8 ferry, which is the first ferry across, and then I can get an early finish and get back down to Arica in good time to see Mrs. Boardman. So we'll pick this up in the morning. Fingers crossed it's a nice morning, and then we can get some sights and sounds of the last mile and summarise this trip on the way back to the ferry. Right, see you in the morning. Good night for the new. Good morning. How are you today? Good. Right, that's me up and about, packed up and on my way to try catch that first ferry. I was in a little bit of a rush. I woke up at 7:15 and the first ferry is 8:20, so I've had to have a quick coffee, pack up, and then still give me 30 minutes to get to the ferry, so all pretty good. Right, we'll get up on this road and then we'll do a summary. Well, that was good, wasn't it? What a lovely little island Kerrera is. Kerrera. It's a lovely place. I think it's around about a 12-mile loop around the island. I haven't even had a look at my phone this morning. You might be looking at a lottery winner. Anyway, we have time for that. I can see the ferry terminal, which is not too far. Right, we'll pick this up when we get to the ferry terminal and we'll ask for your thumbsies ups there. See you soon. So that's me over now, back on the mainland, and I just got to drop this bag in the boot and then set off. So just a shout out to the Calmac guys as well. I think every ferry I've taken, they're all super friendly, and he cycled past me this morning and said good morning, and he was very, very chatty on the way out. So always use Calmac. They get a rough ride, but I think they're very, very good. So that's me done. That's Kerrera done. I will be back. I hope you enjoyed it and learned a little bit about the island. Thank you very much for watching so far. If you did enjoy it, let's have a thumbs up, and well, let's see where we get to next time. See you soon. Bye for the new. Cheers.